Oh, these fun shorts.
What's you got?
This is a very fashionable.
I gotta get
fashionable
this
gym.
It's a fashionable group.
All right. Well, we are not live, but we'll say we're. Oh, that's my fail out there.
I thought so too.
Sprawls, heavy sprawls.
Heavy sprawls while we're doing the podcast.
All right, folks. Welcome to the Place of Peace podcast. We're here at Underground Arts BJJ.
Yes.
My name is Matt Rainier, alongside my beautiful wife Felicia Rainier,
Oh,
and the one and only Desmond McDonald, the owner
Hello,
and
everybody.
operator of the Place of Peace and Underground Arts.
Yes.
We also have some special guests with us today.
Superstars.
Alex Enriquez, welcome
Yep.
to the podcast,
Welcome.
as well as Faye Cherrier.
Yes.
Did I get that right?
Very,
Nice.
very nice name.
Welcome to the podcast.
I'm just gonna call you Cherries.
cherries.
Yeah,
I like
there we
that.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
There it is.
Faye Cherrier. So, your first time at Underground Arts. What do you think so far about the setup we have here?
Oh, it's absolutely dope. I've never seen anything like it, and just the concept, everything, like every single corner makes me say, "Wow!"
That means a lot.
Never. It's really unique and creative. There's a rock wall. There's
Did you climb it?
I
saw
tried.
you
Yeah,
try.
I tried. Yeah, I was like
A true athlete.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta climb that wall.
Yeah.
I know you've had some big wins recently, but I just want to kind of go back and give folks an idea of like how you started out in jiu-jitsu.
Mm-hmm.
Like when what does your first like training session look like? Who'd you start under? All that good stuff.
Yeah, so I started jiu-jitsu when I was 11, summer of 6th grade. My older brother, at the time, was always wanting to fight MMA, so he found the gym, Knuckle Up Fitness, over in Alpharetta, Georgia, and eventually my parents were just trying to find something for me to do after school activity-wise, and then I ended up trying it out eventually. My first class ended up actually being a striking class, and none of the other kids showed up because it's usually they do the jiu-jitsu Tuesday, Thursday. I showed up on a Wednesday, and it was supposed to be a striking class. I ended up having like a private with the coach, and it was like the most intense workout I've ever been through. I was like sweating, like I took 2 showers, and it was crazy, but I went back the next day, and then I took the jiu-jitsu class, and I absolutely loved it. Like, it was, it felt like it just came natural to me, like, and so ever since then, I just fell in love with it and stuck with it, you
That's
know.
awesome.
10 plus years later, still
That's
doing
awesome.
it.
How about you, Faye?
I started when I was 17, and then I took a few years off to save money and buy myself a car, and it just got expensive, and within that 3 years I didn't like anything else as much as jiu-jitsu, and so found my way back when I was 20, and I'm 28 now, and I've been doing it ever since.
Nice.
Awesome.
2 champs here. Well, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh,
5.
no.
Well, I'm
No.
I'm not.
Just
I'm
fine.
no champion.
Soon to be. Soon to be.
I did Naga once when I was a blue belt.
Oh, there you go.
Got heel
Yeah.
hooked, and that was it.
That
I like to
counts,
help
that counts.
others prepare for
That's good,
competition.
yeah.
You know, in my old age.
You're a funny guy. What is the most challenging thing that you've encountered in your jiu-jitsu journey to black belt?
That's a tough one. I'd say the work ethic for me was always there, but one of the most challenging things I believe me and her both have faced, other than like physical injuries and surgeries, was actually when we switched gyms over the summer of 2020 and for like COVID year and stuff. Our old gym, where I started off at Knuckle Up Fitness, I went through the kids belts all the way to brown belt under Steve Mitchell. And then when COVID hit, there was just we weren't sure of a lot of things in terms of like we weren't sure if the gym was gonna stay open. A lot of my training partners at the time were going on to different different things in their lives, and so it was just me and Faye, and we're like, I really want to still pursue this professionally, and I didn't know if I was gonna be able to do that where I was at the time, and fortunately I found Atos Atlanta under Bruno Frazzato. It's so funny, he actually just the gym he opened at was like 5 minutes down the road from where we were at. So we were just very convenient. So we were just driving down the road, we're like, what's that Atos sign? And we already knew of Bruno Frazzato, and so it kind of just clicked. I mean, the transition was, of course, hard because it's Knuckle Up was somewhere where I've been my whole childhood and growing up, and I've made like family there. But yeah, it's where we also met, and it kind of, but at the end it kind of just worked out, and I've been at Atos for about a year now, almost a year, and I mean, I feel like the results speak for themselves.
For sure.
So far, I've been able to win a lot of things that I've set my mind to, and I'm very happy with the coaching staff there and the amount of training partners. A lot of younger training partners there, so we're all on the same page, and it blends. It makes a really great team.
That's good.
That's awesome. So this is the Place of Peace podcast, right? That says the Place of Peace.
Question.
The brand. So what is your place of peace? What's the place you go to where you can find peace and it puts you in the best mental state?
Well, jiu-jitsu. I'd say,
Sure.
on the mats doing
Okay.
jiu-jitsu.
Absolutely.
I think just because I've done it since I was a kid, like a young child, it was just always something that was a constant in my life, and fortunately was always a constant in my life, whether anything, as much tough things that a teenager might go through, it was just always there for me. So I would say definitely on the mats is where I could just leave everything else outside and get to do something I really love to do.
Same answer.
Same thing.
I think that's all of us.
Golf course, maybe.
Right.
Yeah. I think Felicia might have something.
Well, yeah, I'm just curious. Have you ever had to use your jiu-jitsu outside of a school, or like when you're like weren't competing?
Man.
Like, because that's like a
Yeah.
fantasy I have from going to be like
I
out at a
would
bar
want
and just like
someone
have to like someone
Use
please step to me.
Yeah,
Have you ever?
Fortunately, no.
Yeah,
There's
that's
been
good.
moments, like very close moments, but like my friends have like stopped any altercation from happening, and but I also work part-time at a restaurant sometimes, and my boss knows I do jiu-jitsu, and he's always like, if I have someone, like, you're gonna take them out, right? I was like, I don't want to put my hands on, like, I was like, I don't want to put my hands on, like, a 200-pound man. Like, I'd probably get my ass beat on the street.
You never
I was like,
know.
come on, it's real life versus a sport. I'm not gonna pull guard.
Right.
Take them down. Boom.
Exactly, right?
That's
Yeah.
I would just go straight to, heel kicking them in the balls.
Right,
probably.
right, right.
Like, I gotta.
It works
go
every
with
time.
the work. Yeah, exactly.
So with that said, how do you feel about, like, I see a lot of times where like schools will promote like a women's self-defense type class, like a one-off kind of class. Like, how do you feel about that? Have you ever taught anything like that? Because I know for me, I think a lot of people take they take one class and then they don't train on a regular basis. So I feel like for me that would be like really difficult for them to use that in real life. Like, how do you feel about those types of situations?
And exactly that, like the jiu-jitsu that we learn is for sport rather than, for self-defense purposes. So there's a lot of things that are completely different. And I've done like the Gracie Women's Self-Defense course online, because I've offered privates before to women, especially like even victims, to learn self-defense, to build that confidence, to get over some trauma. And so fortunately I've had some experience in there. I want to know more. We're in contact a lot with back home, we're in contact with our local police department, or Roswell PD and stuff, and we're gonna start working to set up some possible self-defense or even weapon tactics stuff. That's
Very cool.
yeah, some things I've really been wanting to get into, just to feel more comfortable and safe. As much as a a black belt or competitor that I am, I'm still like 130-pound female, and on the street I feel much safer when if I had a gun, or just being safe and comfortable, aware of my surroundings, and being comfortable with handling a weapon too. I feel is important.
I'm wearing one of your hats. Can
Yes.
Can you explain more about
Yes,
it? Yeah,
exactly.
It's very cool.
At first, I didn't know that. I would have brought more. I'm sorry.
all good.
I'll definitely bring more next time, or I'll get it shipped. But Faye and I have recently started early this year, January, was actually when I started my LLC for Atlanta Jiu-Jitsu. Thank you. And at first, it was just my own personal brand for my own privates, personal seminars and stuff. But I had my sponsor manager give me ideas of starting local seminars back home. And so I've kind of started to initiate in that direction of doing, and I wanted to make it something different, not just jiu-jitsu seminars. So the mission with Atlanta Jiu-Jitsu now is to introduce and integrate like small and local businesses into the health and fitness industry, whether it's not just including jiu-jitsu, but also wrestling, judo, rock climbing, yoga, stuff like that. So we just had our inaugural seminar on November 12th at a yoga studio, at our friend's yoga studio that just had opened. It was a lot of fun. We had a good feedback on that. And we just did jiu-jitsu for that. But I think following seminars, we're thinking of, joining with either like a beginner's firearms class and a jiu-jitsu center, like splitting it up. Yeah, collab. So I think the more we get to feature other small businesses, it brings them into a new community, and it just brings jiu-jitsu up, and I think it's a win-win for everybody. So,
I like it.
We'll see how it all goes, but we have some high hopes and wishes for it. So.
Well,
And when you say other businesses, so other like sports type things, so
not just sports, but like as far as the local businesses, like we've had people that are sponsors, so to say, for those events. Can be anywhere from food, anywhere. This past event, we had Roll It Up Doraville ice cream. We had a Hybrid Spine and Sport, which is our friend's chiropractic office. We had the yoga studio throw in something for the seminar attendees and stuff. And we even had some of our sponsors like Fight Back CBD and all that kind of bring in some of their stuff. So
Gotcha.
I just, anybody who wants to what's the word, to promote their brand and stuff, we're welcome. We're more than happy to do that, and then just provide new experiences for people in the jiu-jitsu community. We're trying to just kind of unite Atlanta and make it so where people are welcome, people know of jiu-jitsu in Atlanta, because there's a lot of big names in Atlanta, and those that are also on the rise. More recently, like Paul Ardea, he was in the ADCC. He's been in. He was an ADCC trials winner before in the past too, and it's really cool. Him and his brother are full-time lawyers, and they basically do jiu-jitsu on the side, and they're performing at the high level, which is, I know I'm like
crazy.
jealous, but
That always
it's
blows
really
my
cool.
mind when people have like full-time jobs
Yes.
and
Still
are like
competing
very
at
good at
highest
jiu-jitsu.
levels.
Like,
Yeah.
it's
like
you don't
just
see that in other
talented.
sports. Like,
Yeah,
it can't be a baseball,
exactly.
MLB baseball
No,
player.
right?
Or a cop at the same time.
Right,
Right.
exactly.
I know you guys have some training to do and stuff like that, so we'll cut it short. But what was I about to say?
we got to talk about some of your most recent wins. You're very
That's what I was
decorated
gonna
competitor. So talk a little bit about some of the most recent ones.
The most recent one was our IBJJF no-gi pants. That was my first major IBJJF major as a black belt, and it's my rookie year, my first year at black belt, and I was fortunately able to win that one.
Awesome.
Winning it with all subs, and likewise over here,
Yeah, 2
Faye
champs.
also won her division at brown belt, rooster weight, and she's probably one of the favorites, probably the #1 seed going into Nogi Worlds this
Very nice.
December as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We're lucky to have both of you guys here.
Exactly. And then we have tomorrow we're actually going to compete at finishers. That's why we're in the area. It kind of worked out. And
Sure.
I'm defending my 135-pound title, and Faye's going for the atom weight title, her first title match. So very excited.
Let's get
for
it.
her. I think I'm biased, but I
Right.
think she's going to win.
Oh, for sure.
That's
Finishers
exciting.
is such an awesome event. Too.
It
Like,
is.
Every time
Shout
I've
out to
gone to
Zach.
one, or, you've competed in finishers
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
They put on such a great show.
For sure.
It's awesome.
I know you guys want to train and stuff like that, so we can cut it short. I do appreciate your time. I appreciate Matt and Felicia for running the show, the Matt and Felicia Show, everybody.
Hey, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
We appreciate you guys and enjoy.
Yeah, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank
luck
you.
tomorrow.
Thank
No
you.
luck needed. They got it.
And if you need some rash guards or shorts, check out the place at peacebjj.com.
Oh,
Yes.
Thank you.